Now we're gonna talk about being an elite shooter from the corners, okay? The corner is extremely important. I don't care who you are. You can be a point guard, 2, 3, wing, right? Hybrid guard, whatever you guys wanna call it these days. You have to be able to stretch a court in the corners, okay? So me and Theo are gonna go through some corner series that can help you become that elite shooter in the corner. Now the first thing we gotta be able to do is make shots in the corner. So there's gonna be a bunch of different ways that you can shoot in the corner. One is that you're just a spacer. So right now, Theo's in the corner, right? He's just spacing the floor, okay? So good players have to be able to play with other good players. One of the ways to do that is to be able to space the court in the corner. If he has one of his teammates maybe in an ISO situation up here, right? If he's a shooter and they know they can't leave him, they give him all types of space to be able to play make, right? Maybe roll where they're not tagging, we get layups, right? We get open opportunities at the rim. So being able to sit in the corner and just be able to make shots is an elite skill and maybe one of the most important skills that you can have in basketball. So right now what we're gonna do is we want Theo and we want you guys to develop into a knockdown, we can't leave him in the corner, right, three-point shooter. So he's gonna have his left foot down, right? He's gonna have his hips sit, his hands ready as the ball comes. He creates that motion. He's not sliding his foot, right, where it's almost foot to foot. He's gonna drive that foot under his hip. You wanna stay up, and what we say is sit the hip, drive through the hips and extend my torso through the ball, and then I wanna snap and I wanna shoot the ball through my guide hand. Okay, so a lot of young shooters, they'll shoot out, they'll shoot to the side, snap through 2 fingers, right? We wanna shoot through our guide hand on this. Okay, let's check it out. 1, get your foot down, drive it up. 2, get your foot down, drive it up. 3, get your foot down, drive it up. Hold your release, get your foot down. Don't overstep your foot, drive it in. 4, one more, foot down. Okay, so the first thing you saw us do was Theo shooting in the corner, right, off that stick foot. So his foot was down, right? Ball came, he has that wide stance, right? His foot isn't back where we're stepping out of bounds, right? We talk about that, right? I'm here, now I wanna catch, I drive in. Now off this, okay, if I've made a couple threes, that coach is gonna say, get there, get there, get there. So now, right, I just wanna raise it a little bit. So when we talk about our shot fakes, right, I don't wanna do this. If I do this, it takes a long time right now to get back down. Maybe there's moments for that, but right now if I've made a couple shots, I don't need to do a whole lot, right? All I need to do is really shift the ball in my eyes, then I wanna turn. As I turn, I set my hip down. So I'm gonna turn, set down. Now I step that foot in and I'm driving my hips up through that rim. So this is a hard closeout. I show eyes, I'm turn dribble, slide step to the side. I drive my hips up through that ball. Okay, let's check it out. Right, really sit the hips down on this, right, stay through. Quick eyes, ball, set down, right, and then stay through it. Hips, hands ready, feet ready. Show them, set, right? I stay through that basketball, right, on that shot. You really want to finish your shots on these as that turn, side, I sit down, get that ball back to that rim. Okay, the next series after Theo does his, we'll talk about a little elite movement off that side step. Now we're gonna go toe tap to the side. So now when I shot fake up, right, I turn. Now when I turn the ball, I wanna create more space to the side. So I'm gonna punch that off my left foot. As I turn, ball's gonna float. I'm gonna punch to the side. Now I'm driving that left foot in under my hip, same way I did before, and I'm up and through. So if I feel like as a shooter, I gotta get away from maybe a taller defender in length, now I can shot fake, I turn it, let the ball float, and I really punch that foot to the side. If they were to close that angle, I obviously could drive. If they help, now I can kick and spray that ball out. So I'm going shot fake, same thing, we're not raising the ball too high. It's just eyes, ball a little bit of twitch. I turn the ball first as that foot steps, and then I almost want to punch my left foot to where the right was to sidestep off that. So again, like we talked about on the first one, when I get into this shot fake, if I've made a couple, I don't have to have this over exaggerated. They're closing out, right? I just need a little bit, right? And that's gonna lift them up and get them out of position to where now I can get into that next move or that next read. One. Two. Three. Four. Five. Okay, and you really want to get to the side, right? The ball floats in my hand off that. I toe tap off, drive up, right? I'm staying through that basketball. So now another way to space the floor is movement off the ball. If Theo sees a driver, okay, and the corner is open, his job, right, is to baseline drift to the corner, space the floor so that this driver now has a open receiver on this side. So there's different movements off the ball. If I was to drive here and there was a player up, they would fill that spot. So I'd have one receiver, okay? As I drive baseline, I'd have my second, okay? If there was maybe a cutter, I'd have third, or it could be a big that's in this dunk zone and they fill right to that midline off that movement to where they can catch it and finish. So off the ball, right, as a driver, know where your receivers are. Off the ball as a receiver, know and cut, right, to open spots. Give your driver the ability to have outlets, right, on this pass. So it's just a baseline drift. It's super simple, right? Drive baseline. We're going to kick it, right? We want to make 5. 1. Good. Go, go. Good. Hands ready, feet ready. Good job. 2. Go. That's all right. 3. Hands ready, feet ready. Go. Get those feet ready. 4. Go. 5. Now we're going to talk about exit cut to the corner. So now he's inside the line to outside. Okay? Steph and Clay really made this, right? Steph was great at it. Clay was great at it. Because what happened is Theo go in that corner, right? If Steph drove here, right, and Clay came here up, he would kick it, right? Clay would drive it. Steph's defender would get engaged with this action, right? And Steph would just now pull out, right? That ball would come back, right? Steph would have that wide open 3. Now, okay, he's a younger player, okay? So he's going into 4th grade. So footwork-wise, I'm going to let him get his feet down, okay? As you get older, high school kids, and I'll show it when I go, is if you're inside the line, you can get outside the line, okay, by either lifting off your left or lifting off your right, right, and landing on 2 to get my energy to that rim, right? Theo is going to exit cut out. Maybe that pace or that pass is late. He's going to be able to left-right it, almost like a 4-step, right, left, right, into his shot. Okay, let's take a look at it. 1. Go. 2. Good job. Get out. Way to hold it. 3. Go. So Theo did the 4-step, right? Boom, getting his feet down, getting him ready, catch shot. Now, right, Theo's gonna throw the ball a little bit earlier to me. Throw it, T. Right, and I'm gonna have to get my feet now down, whip my hips around, and I wanna land on 2 and drive my hips to that rim. A different footwork, right, in the corner if you need it. Ready? Go. 1. Hey. 2. Hey. 3. Hey. Really time, right, that catch. I don't get my feet down too early, right? I really watch the ball, right, and I time my catch, right, into that shot. Guys, so really work on that timing. Go, T, go, right? Plant the feet. Now everything will work together with that shot off that foot replacement. So that's our 5-part segment in the corners, right? There's other shots that we're gonna teach you. The biggest part is the first part, okay? Sit in the corner, be able to make threes, okay? If your defender or the other team knows they can't leave you in the corner, right? You become a major asset for your team because now ball screens, they can't tag rollers, right? You give your offensive players lanes to drive. If you can shoot from the corners, now the floor becomes like this, okay? And then the other thing is if they do, and they will at times, right? The best players in the world do it, is they screw up coverage and maybe they overhelp, maybe they take one more step in. Gotta be hands ready, feet ready, and able to shoot in the corner, right? That's the easiest shot in basketball, okay? So the corner 3, okay, is one of the most elite skills that you can have as a shooter. And then as you can make that shot, now, one, we did the video before where we worked on how to drive out of corners, okay? And then how to stay and slide along the line, right? Shot fake, slide step, right? Shot fake, toe tap. We did baseline drift, which is a movement, okay? We did an exit cut, which is a movement, okay? So different ways to shoot out of the corner, but make sure that you become an elite corner shooter with our 5-segment series